Yo, what's up everybody? It is your boy Brandon, and I'm going to start doing a few reviews. All right, I've been in contact with a lot of companies about a lot of photography equipment and some things that's out there that I think that you guys would definitely benefit from, and we're going to start that thing off today. So I have been in contact with a company called Exascend, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them. But as you guys know, I currently own a few Sony cameras. I also own two of Sony's latest 8K cameras, all right? That one being my Sony A1 and also the new Sony A7R5. Now, both of these cameras are capable of shooting 8K, all right? They both can shoot 8K 24p, and the A1 can also shoot 8K 30. Now, the biggest difference in the 8K so far, I'm still going to do some testing right now, but the biggest difference between the 8K right now is that the Sony A1, you can only use CFexpress A cards or like a V90 SD card. Now, as you guys know, those cards cost a ton of money, and there's not a lot of people out there who make CFexpress A cards. Sony has CFexpress. I think Lexar now has a CFexpress A card, and also Prograde has a CFexpress A card. But the brand new Sony A7R5, guess what? You can use V60 cards, which is great to record 8K 24p. You can now use V60 cards, so you necessarily don't have to get a V90 and you don't have to get a CFexpress A card. You can use V60 cards to record 8K 24p with the A7R5, which was a huge awesome update, because I've always wanted to try 8K. I wanted to use 8K. I wanted to start getting into more 8K. Even though we have a lot of equipment that are not capable right now of 8K, I do think that it is future proof, and it will be coming soon where it will be more seamless, and we are right on the horizon of that. But both of these cameras shoot 8K. So most of the time, the reason why I never shot 8K with my Sony A1 is because I didn't want to get a CFexpress A card, or I didn't want to get a V90 card. Now, I do have a V90 card that I use for my portraits. I have the Sony Tough, but it's only a 64 gig V90 card. So I really didn't really care about that. Most of everything that I shoot is shot in 4K 24, 4K 60, maybe 4K 120 sometimes. So really didn't really care about 8K. But now that I have two cameras capable of 8K, I'm looking to do a little bit more video and comparisons, and bringing my videography and stepping the game up and cinema grade, color grades and things like that. So now let me tell you a little about Exascend. Exascend makes storage capacity cards. Exascend has a CFexpress A memory card that combines cinema grade performance and the compact of a CFexpress A form factor. But their CFexpress is optimized for professional and photography and cinematography, and I absolutely love it. The card actually features a few patented technologies that I was like, I couldn't believe it. It's like top level. And you can get all this without dropping frames. Now, currently, Sony cameras right now that are compatible with using CFexpress A is my Sony A1, my Sony A7R5, my A7S3, my A7 IV, FX3, FX6, FX30. All of these can use CFexpress A cards. Now, Exascend offers CFexpress A. So when they reached out to me, I was really intrigued to find out about price point, performance, because I know what's out there currently right now with CFexpress A. Now, currently they offer their CFexpress A cards in 120, 180, and 240. If you don't know about Exascend, they are a storage industry provider. I think they introduced the CFexpress A line about 8 to 10 months ago. I'm not sure of the exact date. But I know it's at a much affordable rate than any CFexpress A cards that are out there on the market. But how does it actually compare to the other cards? Now, what I'm going to try to test is I'm going to use their CFexpress 240 gig card. I have one. Now they claim the max read on it is about 800 megabytes a second, with a write speed of about 700 megabytes a second. And it also handles 8K RAW at 60 frames a second. And if this card can prove to do what it says it does, then that means I can use a CFexpress A card now to record 8K in my A1, and also use either a V90 or use a V60 card with like about 256 gigs or even more in my Sony A7R5. Now, they are sponsoring this video now. I did not send them this video prior. They don't get any say so in my reviews or my findings and anything like that. So this is straight from me to you guys. But I definitely will tell you that they sent me these cards with the work I do in order to give you guys my opinion on what I think. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I want to do is I am going to hook up my A7R5 to my Atomos so you guys can see a picture of my A7R5 to show you that these cards are compatible with 8K. Now, also what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out a V90 card and I'm going to try out a V60 card. All right. So what I have here, so this is the CFexpress A 240 gig card from Exascend. All right. I also have a 256 gig Lexar professional V60 card right here. And then I also have a V90 Sony Tough card. All right, but this is only a 64 gig card. So I'm going to put all three of these into the Sony A7R5 to show you that all three of these cards are capable of recording 8K. Now, I also forgot to mention the card reader that we're going to be using. So I am going to be using the Lexar Professional CFexpress A/SD reader. Now this card reader is a USB 3.2 gen dual card reader. So it is USB 3.2, so the fastest USB that you can pretty much get right now. It definitely has a CFexpress A on one slot, and it also has an SD card on the other slot. All right, so right now for our movie settings, as you can see, we are shooting in 8K. All right, for the movie settings, I'm going to set this to the highest speed, so it's the highest data transfer. So we're going to set it at 400 megabytes a second, 420 at 10 bit. All right, that's what our settings are going to be. Shooting in 24. Of course, when you shoot in 8K on the A7R5, you only get 24 frames a second. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm also going to go in here and I'm going to make sure that my things are set up. Now, there's two ways you can do this. I already have an 8K footage that I already recorded and put it. I'm going to show you that footage to show you that it is the proper, has all the proper parameters and specifications on that actual video. Right now, I just want to show you that these cards are capable of recording in the A7R5. All right, so and I have it set on simultaneous, so it don't matter what slot I put it on here. Now, I've also tried this. Did you know that you could put in either two V60 cards, two CFexpress cards, or whatever, and you can record that 8K simultaneously to both slots, which is pretty dope. So I put in actually my CFexpress A, and I also put in a V60 card, and it actually recorded 8K to both of them. It was pretty dope. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our CFexpress A card. We're going to put that in here. Just going to show you guys. Bam. All right. So at the top now, it's showing you right now that I have it set up simultaneous. All right. So right now, it shows that I got about an hour and 1 minute on to record 8K on this CFexpress A card. Again, this is a 240 gig CFexpress A. So right now I can record 8K 24p for about 1 hour on this card, which is really, really great. So let's go ahead and take that out. And we're going to put in the V90 card with the Sony Tough 64 gig B90 card. It's telling me that I'm only going to get 19 minutes. All right, that's it. You're going to get about 19 minutes of AK on the V90 card. 64 gig, of course, mind you. So we're going to take that out, and then we're going to put in the 256 V60 card. All right, see how much we get on here. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure they're all formatted every time I put it in here, just so we can make sure there's no absolute other data on these cards. All right, so formatted. So let's see here. Now look at that. With the that's so dope. With the B60 card, it says that I can get about an hour and 22 minutes on the B60 card. Again, this is 256 gigs. I can record 256 gigs, 1 hour and 22 minutes on a V60 card, 8K24. Absolutely love it. So as you see, I put all three of them in there. All three of them are capable of recording 8K, even the V60. All right, so now that we have seen that, let's jump over to our computer and let's check out let's time and do some transfer rates now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do some tests here now. We're gonna start off with the CFexpress A card. We're gonna go ahead and throw that in our reader. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the specs, the info on the file that we're using. So this is the file that I did earlier. All right, so as you can see on here, the size of this file is 45 gigs, 45.9 gigs. All right, going on down, as you can see, the dimensions 7680 by 4320. That is 8K. All right, 7680 by 4320, which is 8K, and I recorded it for exactly 15 minutes. All right, so 15 minutes. So 15 minutes of 8K recorded on the A7R5 gave me is about a 45 gig file. This was 400 megabytes, and it was a AK24. All right, so I have the CFexpress A card in here right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this from my computer and we're going to drag it over to the CFexpress SD card, and we're going to see how long it takes to write this file to the file, and we're going to time it. All right, so I'm going to drag it and then I'm going to start the timer. Hold on 1 second. Let me go over here. All right, so I'm going to grab it and drop it. It's coming up. Stop. 1 minute and 38 seconds. 1 minute and 38 seconds to transfer 45 gig 8K file from the computer to the card, to write it to the card. Now, we are going to do the same one with the same card. We're going to transfer it from the card now back to the computer. We're going to make a file. I'm just going to make a photo on my desktop. Seems about right. All right, so now the file is right here on the computer, and I'm going to reset the, so 1 minute 38 seconds. So we're going to reset. All right, ready? We'll drag. All right, ready, and drop. Okay, transferring. Here we go. Stop. 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 30 seconds to then transfer it back. Write it, read it, write it, like it. Good. I think that is pretty fast for a 45 gig file. It only takes you 1 minute and 30 seconds. So you can kind of do some calculations and see how fast and how essential that is. So and there you have it, folks. So my final thoughts on the CFexpress A cards from Exascend. You know, I think that these guys are probably like a new power especially helping out with Sony and not having all the capabilities of having a CFast Express and not having a lot of people that have CFast Express A car. CFast Express B, you can get those things almost anywhere from anybody, you know, at a really, really good rate. But you know, with not a lot of people investing and having a lot of CFast Express A cars, especially at an affordable price, and for anybody who has a Sony A1 or something that only can take V90 or CFast Express A, this is probably the best option on the market. All right. Now I haven't got, like I said, I haven't really dealt with overheating. I haven't dealt with anything else, but I can tell you from what I've already tested and what I've seen, the cars are amazing and they have great customer service. I talked to them on email. I talked to them, and to get a 5-year warranty on their cards at the price point that they have is absolutely outstanding. So now let's look at a few of the prices and see what's out there right now. So now, as you can see, this is the card reader that I bought from Lexar, CFexpress 3.2 Gen card reader. So that is the card. If you're interested in that, I'll make sure that link is in the comment section below. Please, any of the links to the cards, anything that I put in there, make sure you guys use those links. That definitely goes to help out the channel. It helps me bring you guys more content. So please make sure you use the links. So let's take a look at some of the Express A cards that are out here right now. Now, all I did was go to Amazon and type in CFast Express A. All right, and I really want to show you what's out here right now. So as you know, Lexar has a CFast Express A right here. Now check it out. This card, an 80 gig card, costs $199. Now it says it can read up to 900 megabytes a second, where the Exascend is up to 800. All right, so if you need that extra 100 megabytes, I don't know if you're really going to tell the difference in that. But again, it is 80 gigs for $199. All right. Now think about that. I want you guys to write these prices down. Now I'm going to write these prices and things down with you, and I might even put them in the video. But instead of that, we're just going to write them down. All right, because this is what we do. We ain't got to be all formal. This what you think this is? All right. So the Lexar, you can get an 80 gig. I want you guys to write this down. 80 gig card for $199. All right. Let's look at some other CFast Express A cards. You can get the Sony 80 gig for $177. 80 gigs. All right. We also have Sony that has a 160 gig. All right, for $347. $347. Same as the XN, 800 megabyte read, 700 megabyte write. All right, that's what the XN is. 800 megabyte read, 700 megabyte write. All right, let's see here. Let's go down. You got a 320 gig for about $589. All right, so who else we got down here? So let's see here. Now you can also get two. You can get two Sony cards right there, both 160 a piece. So we'll do 160 times 2 for $598 for two 160 cards. So again, 6 and 6 is 120, so 320. So you're still doing 320 gigs. Now I don't know why they have. You can get a 2-pack for $598, or you can just get the one card for $589. Okay, maybe somebody might want 2 cards. I guess, I don't know. Maybe, whatever. All right. Anyway, you can get two 80 gig cards, CFast Express A cards for $300. All right, you can get a 640. I'm not even going in there. But anyway, so, and then here you go. You also have Prograde. Prograde also has a CFast Express A card, 160 gig for $364. Now, as you can see, I don't know how many pages you have to go over, but as you can see, you don't see Exascend. All right, I don't know what that is. Like, I went through a few pages, clicked CFast Express, and I don't see the Exascend one. I had to actually type it in to actually like find it. So let's go back up here and we're going to see what Exascend offers on Amazon. All right, so here we go. So now here you go. The Exascend 120 gig, which is the one I have right here. For 120 gig, you can get 120 gigs for $189. All right. So they offer a 120 gig CFexpress A. They offer that's the Express B. Remember, they only offer CFexpress right now in 120, 180, and 240. All right. So here I have the 120 and 140. I don't have the 180. All right. Let's go down. I know they're on here again. There it is. Okay. So there's the 180 gigs. Now you can get 2 times 180 gigs. All right. 2 180 gigs. That's 360 gigs times 2 for $579. All right. You can get 2 240 gigs. 480 gigs for $749. Okay. And then there it is. The CFexpress A. Let me make sure this other one was, I'm sure, yeah, these are all A's. Okay. And the CFexpress A. So this is the 180 gig for $299. I did not see the 240 gig single. That's a 256, and that is a Express B. All right. So I'll have to check with Exascend and see if they sell if you're interested in that, to see if they sell the 240 gig single. And I'm probably sure if I looked around, I could probably find it. Maybe. I'm gonna just check the second page just to make sure it's not on the second page. Make sure we didn't miss it. But I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, that's a Express B. Express B 256. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, as you look at these prices, Exascend blows these guys out the water. For 120 gig for $189, the only thing that's in that category are 80 gig cards. The Lexar 180, $199, the Sony for 80 gig, the Lexar 80 gig, the Sony 80 gig, $177, $199. Even for the Sony, the 120 gig is going to run you $347. So that's almost half. You can get that same guard for half the price with Exascend. It's crazy. You can get 2 180 gig CFexpress A cards for $579, 2 240 gig for $749, or 1 180 gig for $299. It's they kill the competition. All right. I haven't noticed any problems. Nothing has failed on me or anything like that yet. So I'm going to continue to use these cards, and maybe in a month or two I will give you an update on how the cards are doing. Try to put it to some more strenuous tests with heating and running, just to see if make sure nothing dies out. But as I can see right now, this is the way to go if you are looking to get CFexpress A cards for your Sony camera. It's a no-brainer. The amount of money that you pay and the amount of storage that you get versus any other competition is a no-brainer. So definitely go and check out the Exascend cards. So I'm going to put all these cards in the links in the comment section below. The 120 gig, the two 180 gig cards, the two 240 gig cards, and the single 180 gig. I'll make sure all of those in the comment section below. Make sure you guys use those links to go get you a CFexpress A card. If you're using the A1 and you still been on the fence about getting a V90, or anything like that, I would definitely highly recommend you check out the Exascend CFexpress A cards. Now, definitely go out and check those out, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about these cars. If you ever use these cars, definitely go out and get them. Again, they have a 5-year warranty. You can't go wrong with them. They're cheaper, and they're bringing storage capacity to the Sony cameras in order to give us CFexpress A. I'm so glad that they reached out to me. I now can use CFexpress A in my Sony A1 and try to do some 8K, you know, main camera, B camera, because now I can do it. I love it. So thank you guys for checking this out. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. This is your boy Brandon, aka the Kevin Hart of Photography, signing off. Goodbye.